welcome back to a new vlog. It is Monday today and it's another hot one. I'm really enjoying these lovely warm days. I am not complaining. Summer is definitely in full swing for me, but I'm going to start this video off with a little unboxing because I have some really beautiful pieces to share with you. As I said to you in a recent vlog, I am very much kind of building up my autumn wardrobe. Things that I can wear now, things that I can wear in autumn, winter. I did do a massive clear out of my wardrobe when I did my seasonal switchover before the summer, and all the pieces that I'd held onto for years and years and not worn, I just got rid of. I like to do clear outs every season, not because I buy loads of stuff that I don't wear, but mainly just because there are pieces that I do keep for such a long time and I don't get any wear out of them, or I buy something for an occasion, wear it once, never wear it again, and I really need to stop doing that, to be honest. So anyways, it's a learning curve. It's definitely a learning curve. I'm very excited because this section of the video is sponsored by Fabrique, which is such an incredible concept. So if you didn't know what Fabrique is, it's a designer collective brand and they stock, I think, around 300 designers on the website. So you can browse so many beautiful pieces. There's British designers, so many incredibly talented people on there, and you probably know by now I love supporting independent businesses and brands and all of that stuff. So when they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to work with them, I was over the moon because the pieces are so beautiful. This box arrived this morning and I honestly could not wait to open it because there's a couple of pieces for my trip in here and also some kind of like hero pieces for autumn. So I'm going to try them on with you, show you some bits. There's going to be quite a lot more styling stuff coming up on the videos because I know I've like barely been speaking about clothes over the last few months, and there's going to be a lot more coming. So if you like the clothing and the fashion, then do let me know, especially with my trip, because I haven't been on a trip, a week-long trip, in so long, and I'm so excited. This first dress I will be bringing on my trip. I love this so much. I am obsessed with baby blue, bringing it into my house, my wardrobe. I love it. I think it's such a gorgeous shade. This dress is by the designer Tammy Cantaro. I really hope I'm saying that correctly. I will put all of the designers and the links in the description box. This is beautiful. It's made with a mulberry silk, so it is super soft. It is a dress with pockets, which we all love. I feel like all dresses should come with pockets because it just gives you somewhere to put your hands. Men are so lucky that all their clothes have pockets. I think this dress is absolutely beautiful. It's giving me Cinderella. I feel like in the French countryside, this is just going to look stunning. I really like the fact that the top, the vest top section of this is a really fine knit. It's so breathable and so soft. I think this cut is really flattering. It is such a lightweight fabric, really breathable and perfect for this weather. And also, the skirt is also stunning. Look at this laser cut detailing. I love that the hemline is scalloped. It's just that other little detail that you don't really think about. And this colour, this really lovely powdery blue. Oh, I just think it is beautiful. So I'm going to be wearing this on holiday, and I cannot wait. This next outfit is a little bit different, but it's still very feminine, very chic. This is by the designer Amelie Katibi, and it is a beautiful black wool cord. This stunning top, which I feel like I needed a top like this in my wardrobe. The detailing, the cut, the buttons, and the shape of this, it's just beautiful. So classical, so chic. I feel like this cut of top, how the straps sit quite far back and it's got this almost square neck feeling with this little tab here, is so flattering. And then a matching midi skirt. Now this is a wool fabric, which is beautiful. It's almost like this tweed kind of feeling. Maybe a little bit hot, but I am thinking this on my trip in the evening is going to look so beautiful and elegant. And again, the skirt has pockets. I feel like you could also mix and match this. The skirt with something different, maybe a white shirt for work, this top just with like jeans or tailored trousers or something different. That is why I love a co-ord, because you can just always mix and match. Oh, I absolutely love this. Kind of feels like breakfast at Tiffany kind of vibes. And moving on to a little bit more autumnal pieces, this jacket is stunning. I am such a lover of tweed boxy jackets, and this one is by the designer Niran Martinez. How incredible is this? This thick grey tweed. I love the leather details on this. It really gives me wintry vibes. The buttons. I love the little frayed edges around the front, and this actually doesn't have buttons, so it's a really nice jacket to just throw on over anything. The most simple of outfits, and it looks super, super chic. I love these tweed jackets. I think they just really smarten up the most simple outfit. Very Chanel inspired, very classy, absolutely love. So that was my little try on from Fabrique. If you wanted to shop anything, I will leave everything in the description box along with my discount code, a code that will get you 12% off. So everything will be below, and yeah. I am just about to curl my hair. I don't know why, because it is so hot today. I am sweltering. I took Basil for a walk this morning super early at literally 6:30 because I knew it was going to be hot. You just got to get your dogs. You got to get your dogs out early to give them their walk, but preserve their poor little pads from overheating. So we did a lovely walk in the woods. Basil had the best time, and I then got back and did a reformer class while he slept. I have really fallen off the bandwagon with reformer over the last couple of weeks, and I don't know why. I think it's mainly just because I've been a bit too relaxed and I've been enjoying summer a little bit too much. So we're back in a routine. I do go away in 2 weeks' time, so I feel like it's a little bit late to try and get back into healthy routines, but it's better than nothing. And I really want to go away just feeling like I've really got a hold on everything, whether that's work, planning, scheduling, getting things ready for September, or kind of like health and wellness. So I did a fluid form class this morning. Absolutely love fluid form. It is the best platform for workouts. The reformer classes are incredible. I love the way that they are taught. I think the teachers are so easy to understand, and I know that sounds weird, but it's just a really nice pace to the class. It doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel too difficult and like loads of different jargon. I just really enjoy it. And the class I did this morning, I haven't actually done before, and I loved it. Probably one of my favorites. So yeah, if you have a reformer or you're looking for a new like workout app, because they also do loads of other classes on there, boxing, Pilates, all sorts of things. So yeah, I do really recommend it. It's also Australian, and I feel like Australian brands just do it so well. This weekend we were so busy. I actually think that is the most jobs we've ticked off in a weekend in so long, probably since last year when we moved into the house. I don't know what came over us, but we were up at 6:30 Saturday and Sunday walking Basel. Jack did an 8k run. I don't know what happened. We just were so productive and we ticked off a long list of jobs that we wanted to get done. So I have a few updates to share with you, mainly in the dressing room. The dressing room is very nearly finished, and I think by the end of this week it should be done, which is so exciting. So I'm excited to give you like a grand reveal. I think in this vlog I will probably take you along for a few little updates and a few little things that are happening in there. But I think when I put all my clothes back in, I will do kind of like a tour of the dressing room and show you all like the finer details. The dressing room is honestly going to be my favourite room in the entire world. I think it's going to become one of those spaces that I just never want to leave, because even now I love it so much. It is beautiful, and it's funny because it's such simple things that I have done in the room and not even expensive. I really haven't spent a lot of money revamping the room, and DIY is a brilliant thing. You really can do so much if you watch a couple of videos and learn how to do it. So over the weekend we finished off the panelling and I got all of that corked, filled and painted with 2 coats of paint, which was so good and way more than I thought I would manage to achieve over the weekend, so I was really pleased about that. Jack also fitted my new light switch and faffed around with that, so I'll show you that once we go in. Again, it was really inexpensive. I got it from Amazon along with some other bits, which I will also share with you. Oh my gosh, I am so hot. It is boiling. I am wearing this gorgeous dress from Bali today. It's knitted, kind of like an open work knit, just really loose maxi dress, just super easy and breathable and comfortable and easy, because today is going to be a day on my laptop, as are most of my days. Also, while I'm sat here chatting, I feel like I'm in this new era of life where I have just completely eradicated all of my old ways of doing things. This summer has been such a strange time for me because we got Basel, and since getting Basel I haven't been able to go out as much. I haven't been able to go to London, and God, I haven't been to London since probably the beginning of May. I haven't really been able to do things that I usually would do, and I don't care about it at all. I don't have any feeling towards those things I used to do in any way, shape or form. I actually feel like getting Basel has been a blessing in disguise in so many ways. And actually, one thing that I really noticed was when I did my expenses for my tax return, I couldn't believe how much money I used to spend traveling into London, and sometimes I don't even know why I was going. I really don't. I had nothing to show for it at all, and it just doesn't equate for me anymore. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to go to London for some things, but it's just something that I feel like is not necessarily crucial anymore. I used to have this real thing that because I lived in the countryside and all the other girls that were doing amazing things were city girls, they were all living in London. This is like back in the day. They were all very minimalist on their Instagrams and they had this very cool girl city vibe. I didn't have that in my normal life, so I used to go to London so much. I know if there's any other old school bloggers watching, they would also understand taking your suitcase into London and shooting so many outfits in one go to give you a batch of content for the week, and that was just the done thing. I don't know if people still do that, but that was the done thing. And as I've got older, now I've moved into the house, it's just weird. It's so weird to me. I just don't want to do that anymore. I'm just really happy with filming my vlogs at home, shooting content wherever I am organically and not doing a big plan about it. I'm writing my newsletters, and yeah, that's just what I really enjoy doing. Some may say it's boring. I feel like I'm living. Anyways, enough chatting. I am going to take you in the dressing room and show you what we have been doing over the weekend.
Okay, it's very echoey in here, so please bear with me on the sound, but new paneling is in. I decided to go for 2 large boxes at the top and the bottom because I really want to put some artwork on this wall, and I'm kind of contemplating doing like some kind of little table here with a light or a little bench. I'm not sure yet, I'm not sure. We shall see, but oh my gosh, it looks amazing. I am so happy with it. Also on this wall, this is the new light switch, which was Amazon. This actually originally was one of those traditional old light switches that actually does not sit flush like this one. It had a backing, so all of the wires and everything were encased in the backing rather than in the wall. So Jack actually had the idea to cut some of the brick out and recess it into the wall. So that is exactly what he did, and I think it looks amazing. So I've just filled and painted around that. The paneling is also all corked up. It's painted. I think it looks stunning. I love it. Still have got one more coat of paint to do in the entire room just to finish it off, but I'm just over the moon. Coming around this way, we also put in my final shelf at the bottom here. I wanted this gap to be slightly bigger so I can fit like a holdall bag, or in the winter I can fit knee-high boots along there, and it's just a little bit more practical having multiple sizes. So these 4 shelves are all the same height. This one is slightly bigger for my handbags, and then this one is much bigger. I also am going to have a skirting cap over the pipes down here, the pipe work. So that will be put on once the floor is laid. And then over into this corner, probably my favorite corner of the room, which is random because I didn't think it would be. But me and Jack put the dado rail on here, and then he said, I don't think you need to have the boxes on the wall. I think just leave it blank. And something in me was like, no, it needs to have the boxes. It's such an eye-catching corner. You see it from the door as you walk in, and I just feel like this corner needed detail. So we went with the boxes. I just did a large one and then a smaller one down here. Just in case I want to hang any artwork or anything on there. I think larger boxes are quite good, and it elongates the ceilings when they're quite tall. I also added on my door handles. This is kind of temporary because this still needs to be sanded back and then another coat of paint, but I just wanted to get them on there to see how they looked, and I love them. They are the perfect size. I didn't want anything too big like a normal door handle. I wanted them to still feel quite understated, and I decided to go for round just because I think it softens all of the lines within the paneling. I think if I went for a long bar, it would just feel like too many straight lines. I think the circle just really softens that. You will not believe I got these from Amazon. Don't they look absolutely beautiful? They are so heavy. They have such a weight to them. I love the detailing of this kind of beehive effect. I love that they've got a backing. The finish is stunning. This antique brass is gorgeous. I feel like it just goes so nicely with this creamy white colour from the Paint and Paper Library paint. And I am just over the moon. I absolutely love it. So there is still a lot to do in here. The room still does resemble a building site, but it is coming together so nicely. So my floor has now arrived. I will show you that downstairs. That is getting fitted later this week, which I cannot wait for because I feel like new flooring just makes a room feel finished, and it's just gonna bring it all together. So when the flooring is in, I think this weekend we are going to install my curtain rail up there. I've got this black iron curtain pole, which is actually from the house. These curtain poles were all upstairs, and I did get rid of quite a few, but I kept one because I knew I'd want it somewhere because I do love them. I do think I'm going to take this little swirl off and just have it as a bar, only because I've lost the other one. If I can find it, it's going to go on, but I'm not sure if I can find it. So they are going up to the ceiling there, so the curtains will droop lovely and long. I've got linen curtains, just nice and soft. And then we've got my ceiling rose to go up with my new ceiling light. I'm really hoping the new ceiling light will arrive by the weekend because I would love to get that up. And then what is next? Oh, my chest of drawers. So my drawers are coming tomorrow. I'm praying that they're going to be exactly what I want, so let's hope. So they will be going in the middle, and I need to get my wheels fixed on. Oh, let me show you my wheels because they arrived. These are the wheels that I went for. I wanted them to be quite fitting with the rest of the room and have this kind of like antique feel to them. So again, I got these on Amazon. I will link all these bits below. I just think they are beautiful. So they came in a box of 4 and I got 2 boxes just so that I can fit this back plate to the base of the chest of drawers. And I've got 4 for each corner of each drawer, if that makes sense, just so that there's a lot of support within the wheels, because obviously they are going to be quite heavy, the drawers. So yeah, super happy with these. And then this is my ceiling rose. This is just from B&Q. It's one of the polystyrene ceiling roses that they do, but it is beautiful. And I mean, you can get plaster ceiling roses, but I just went for this in case I change my mind and I want to take it down and I don't love it. I feel like this is just an easier, much more inexpensive option. So this is going up, and then my ceiling light will obviously be in the middle. Just from being in this room for that short time I'm talking to you, I can honestly feel sweat dripping off my body. This room is so unbelievably hot because the window is so old and you can only open that top tiny little portion there, and it's absolutely boiling. Oh my gosh. Right, let's go downstairs. I'm going to show you the flooring that arrived. Okay, the hallway is looking like a flooring shop. This is the old carpet from the dressing room that I've saved here so my brother can cut pieces to go in the bottom of the wardrobe. This is the underlay for the flooring. This is the floor I went for. It's a laminate. It is a click system, so it's slightly thicker than the floor that I have downstairs, which is an LVT glue down. I just thought this would be better in terms of insulation, and it'd be a little bit more solid and quieter on the underfoot. My brother also suggested to do a click system. So if you are wondering, this is the floor. I got it from Direct Flooring. Oh my God, Basil's coming down the stairs. Hello, hello. If you are wondering, this is the floor I went for. It's called Duke, and I got it from Direct Flooring, I think it's called, Direct Flooring. This colour is just stunning. I feel like it's not coming up true to the real colour on camera. It's got this really lovely warmth through it that just feels so soft and subtle, and oh, I love it. It's a couple of days later and the dressing room is looking amazing. It actually feels like a proper room now. As you would have seen, my brother fitted the floor. Probably should have shown you this before we started the next thing, but the floor is incredible. I know I've already told you about the floor that we chose and like the details and everything, but I am so unbelievably happy with it. It is just the perfect colour, and I'm so glad I went with the click system because it really feels nice and solid underfoot. The only thing I do need to finish off is some beading. I need to get some beading ordered for the edge, because with a click system you need to allow some room at the side, as you can see, to allow for expansion in different heat, different environments. When the room gets really hot or really cold, the floor can expand, and if it's too tight to the edge, there's no room for that expansion, so it could end up almost like popping, because it is a floating floor. So yeah, that's why you have a little strip of beading along the edge, which will be colour matched to the wood, so it will just give it a really nice finish. And actually I think it's going to work really nicely because we've got the panelling, and I think it's just going to add that extra detail, which I love. You know, I love a bit of detail. But it is Sunday, and this morning and yesterday I have been super busy up here with the help of Jack, sorting out my island unit. Now, I ordered this from B&Q. Jack has a trade account, which means you get quite a good discount. And I saw these drawers on there and I thought, they don't look the nicest. They look a little bit IKEA-y, which is nothing wrong with that, but I wanted them to look a bit more bespoke. So I've taken it upon myself to do a bit of a DIY. So I have 2 of these drawer units. Oh, and the reason I got these is because they were £80 each, and I really didn't want to spend a lot on 2 drawer units. The other kind of like specification that I had to factor in was that I knew I wanted them to fit together, and a lot of kind of more expensive drawers have really beautiful finishes, which kind of include like overlapping tops, things that kind of overhang. They have like really gorgeous feet, but then they stick out slightly, and that just wasn't going to work in terms of sticking them together, because I would then have to sand down or jigsaw them so that they're completely flat, which I could have done, but it just kind of adds another thing to do. So instead I went for these, and I'm gonna kind of elevate them a little bit. I am so in love with the finish of this wood. It's kind of like a lacquered wood, so it's not a real wood by any means, but I just think the colour and the finish is really lovely. However, the top will not look like this. I'm actually chatting to a guy, a local stone man. He's actually called the Stone Man in Canterbury, and he is going to get a piece of marble for me for the top of my unit. So this is going to look lovely on the top, a really lovely honed piece of marble, and then obviously I will have the sides and the drawers, which will be the wood. So I think that's going to be a really nice combination. But yeah, so I built these yesterday and all of the drawers, and then Jack came up with a system to glue these together, because I couldn't really screw them just because of the way that the drawers are built. So we did a dowel system, which is basically, if you've ever built IKEA flat pack furniture before, you will know that you often get these wooden like cylinder type things that fit into holes, and then it allows 2 pieces to join together. So he created that for me, either side of these, and we used a little bit of no nails just to make sure they were super secure. And this is solid. We've been moving this around loads and it is completely secure. So brilliant idea from Jack. This morning we have just put in these drawers. So I've got 4 drawers either side. I did order these, which I think I showed you in Monday's vlog. These are my handles, and these are going to go on every single drawer just to add a little bit more of a detail to them. And I think it's going to be quite nice just to add another little finish to the drawers so they don't look super plain, and then that nice marble slab on top. So I've got 4 drawers here, and then I also have another 4 drawers here, which is my next task, because Jack has gone outside to cut the grass and left me to do the rest. So that is what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is the current state of the dressing room. My drawers are now finished. I've got 4 drawers either side. It's Sunday evening, we've got to cook dinner, get Basil out on a walk, and we've kind of run out of time today, so we won't be doing my handles for a while, because we're going away next week, but these will get on very soon, probably once we're back. So they will be in position there on each drawer, and then my curtains will go up, these beautiful ones, and then I'm going to put some pictures on screen of the lights that I'm currently looking at. So the ceiling light I'm looking at is this one from Lights and Lamps. It's beautiful. It's kind of like a linen scalloped, like big chandelier. I think it's so gorgeous. And then I'm also having a look at some rechargeable lights. I'm thinking to get a little rechargeable lamp that I can keep on my island unit or the shelves, just to add another little element of warmth and softness, especially in the winter. I always really like having lamps on in the mornings when it's early and dark, or in the evenings when I'm in here. It's such a nice element to the room. So this is the one that I'm looking at, also from Lights and Lamps. They are not cheap, so I'm going to wait a little bit and just make sure I'm 100% certain about my decisions, but I would love to hear what you guys think. And then for my armchair, I want like a cocktail armchair, something quite small, and I've seen this one from Andrew Martin that I think is absolutely beautiful and just adds a really nice bit of texture and fabric to the room, so I think I'm going to get that. Again, it's not cheap, so I will be waiting and saving up for these things.
but I am over the moon. I am so happy with how this room is coming together so far. Obviously there's little details to finish off, but I love it. And these drawers are perfection. So these are from B&Q. I did actually look online and I can't see them anywhere, but they're very similar to IKEA. The only thing that I think is better about these ones, and I have had my fair share of flat pack building in my life, too many to name, but these are so much better. They're a lot better made. I think the quality of all the fixings is really good, but even just down to the runners, they've got actual clips to keep them in place. One thing I found with my old wardrobes was the drawers were just not sturdy at all. Everything was quite like flimsy and didn't actually fix together very well, whereas these feel super solid, and they are also a soft close, which is really nice, so I didn't have to do anything different, whereas the other ones you kind of have to twist the hinges to get them to be soft close. So I have got 4 drawers each side, which means I have 8 in total. So many more drawers than I used to have in the old setup, and I've got so much more space in here. So this revamp has honestly been such a game changer and such a great idea. I don't know why I didn't do this before. That is my updates for you on where we're at with the room. Still lots of bits to do, lots of finishing touches, and to be honest, I think they will happen over the next few weeks of just kind of like getting bits when I see them, when I like them. I don't like to rush the furnishing stage. I think when it comes to like the main carcass of the room, getting the walls done and the flooring and then any kind of like storage options, I think is kind of my main thing, or like big pieces of furniture. And then the little touches, the little details, I like to take my time with. I just find that when I rush it, I end up getting things that I don't love, and I like to make sure that I love everything. And I also think it's good to utilize your space, because you then realize, oh, actually, I don't know, for example, an armchair won't be great in that corner because there's not enough space, or I don't know, anything. Yes, and obviously this is going to be where I'm going to film a lot of my content, so I want it to be practical and functional, nice for you guys to look at in the background. So like my shelves are looking lovely, some artwork up here I think will be really nice. I was actually contemplating, I think this is a bit too much, but I was contemplating putting a little kind of like console table here, like a really thin one, but I think I'm going to regret that, because I've obviously got my island unit, which is here, and I don't want to overload everywhere with stuff and make it quite impractical. Oh, another thing to note, which I forgot, we didn't end up putting my wheels on the unit, because Jack made a very good point in saying they didn't have any brakes or anything to stop them from rolling. And obviously if this was on carpet or a rug, that would be fine, because the grip from the carpet, the tread, would kind of create a natural stop. But the floor is wooden, and they would honestly be sliding around everywhere every time I opened the drawers, and I didn't even think about that. So instead, we have put them on some felt backing all along the base of the floor, so I can slide this very easily. Now, the one thing that I think is really important to say is that this is going to get very heavy when everything's in the drawers. I'm going to have trousers and tops and beauty products and all sorts in here, so this will get heavy. So it's not going to be something that I'm moving around every single day, but if I'm filming a certain video and I want to push this over slightly so I can show you full length, nice and easy, then I have the option to, which is exactly what I wanted. So yeah, super happy. I'll give you a little look at my shelves, but these are just, you know, temporary. I just had a little faff around. I have actually taken one of the bags because I used it today, but yeah, just a little look, little sneak peek at how I've styled them. They probably won't stay like this, I don't know, but yeah, I just started faffing about. I haven't even moved anything in here, but I just started having a little play around, and I'm thinking my mirror is going to go here. So then I've got this nice clean space, mirror here, quite a nice background behind me. So yeah, and I've got the gorgeous views over the fields. Stunning. So that's it from me in today's vlog. I will see you in the next one. Bye.